The Chicago Bulls have started to purge this mediocre team. And I am happy about it. They started from the top. But y'all got to hit the music before we get into this.
Cognac. Gang.
Shout out to CEO Hayes with the best intro music in the game. But this is the Shot Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another episode for my nephew, Bobby. If you like what you're listening to, if you ain't subscribed already, make sure you do that. When we get into the content right here, the Chicago Bulls have started their purge, y'all. It has begun. And me speaking for myself, I am happy about that. Bulls assistant coach Chris Fleming will not return to head coach Billy Donovan's staff with the Bulls. According to Bulls PR assistant coach Maurice, Maurice Cheeks will also move off his full-time role on the bench, but will shift elsewhere in the organization. Josh Longstaff is in the mix to be the new lead assistant coach, and John Bryant is expected to move from the back to the front of the bench in Donovan's staff. Sources confirmed to NBC Sports Chicago's Casey Johnson. Wow. AK told us on Saturday in his press conference. He told us changes are going to be made. And with the disappointment we've been having for the last couple years, big changes is needed to be made. And they already kicked it off. They starting at the head. It is a purge. They starting at the head of the snake. Chris Fleming, 54 years old, was initially hired by the Bulls to be the lead assistant coach on Jim Boylan's staff. Why we still got coaches from Jim Boylan's staff? I knew that, but I never really much paid that attention. Although he ain't do too bad when Billy Donovan was out for COVID-19, he went 5-0. When Lonzo and Zach LaVine was playing on his team, he went 5-0. But somebody got to take the fall for this. And I guess it's Chris Fleming. So I'm sure that he'll find another gig somewhere. He's been with the Bulls since 2019. But sayonara. We need change in Chicago. Now we get to Maurice Cheeks. Mo Cheeks. He used to play in this league. He was a head coach in this league. He's been coaching since 1993. He's been with Billy Donovan since 2015. 9 years. It's a long time. But he's not getting fired. He is getting demoted or getting a cushy job. He's getting up there in age, even though 67 for a coach is like prime years, I think. You know what I'm saying? But that's changing with the way the game is changing now. You see these young coaches out there. You could just look at the New Orleans Pelicans and other teams like that. But he getting demoted. He going to get him a cushy job. And I think that is good for the team. Let's get some new blood. Let's get some fresh faces. That get some new ideology with this team. Excuse me, CPS. So they get rid of him. Now, for my guy, John Byrant, that's the summer league coach. I don't know how good he's going to do in the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good he's going to do with the extra responsibility. Because if you ever heard of this, he's moving from the back of the bench to the front of the bench. he can hold the playboard now. He can hold the erasers. But seriously though, I think that when he's coaching the summer league team, I don't think it's more off of wins and losses with John Bryant, but what is the rapport with the players? How's your X's and the O game going on in the game? How's your time and situation coaching going out? And I think he's been pretty good. Young guy. I'm eager to see how good John Bryant will do. Fresh faces plus here, brother. I'm just playing. It matter, but it ain't that serious. As long as you can come in here and coach this team and get us back on track and help Billy out. Help Billy, John. Help that guy out. He need all the help he can get. As far as these moves, I want to say good. I want to say a shout out to AK for starting this purge at the top. He could have just as easily started with some players. And once the draft and once they know the roster is set, then he could have asked the coaches. But he's starting at the head. He's starting at the head. And I got to respect AK in this little instance of changing this team up. Now, you got a long way to go. You got some decisions to make. Draft is coming up. You got these core players, Nick Vooch, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, you got to take care of. In my opinion, get rid of at least two. And one of those is Nick Vooch. So it's still a long way to go, but this is a good start for AK and the Chicago Bulls if we want to change up what we've been seeing for the last 2.5 years. We've been seeing mirages. Every season, we in the same position at the end of the season, fighting to get into the playoffs or the play-in tournament. We sick of this. So this is a great move in the right direction. I want to give my man AK props once again. Now let's see how this all ends up. This has been a quick video. Hey, they started the purge in Chicago. They started the purge. Let's see how far this goes. If you like what you listen to, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. For sure.
Cognac.